Welcome to Rage Against the Regime Radio, where status quo gets taken to task. With your host, Bobby Who's Demand. Don't be a stranger. Give us a call at 929-477-3565 or contact us at rageagainsttheregimepodcast@gmail.com or on our Twitter at RATR Podcast. And please like our Facebook page. On with the show. Here's Bobby.
Welcome to Rage Against the Regime Radio. I am your host, Bobby Who's the Man. A lot going on the last couple days. Seems that a lot more people are starting to get picked up by the FBI and by local law enforcement in their area due to being ones that have partaken in the Bundy Ranch standoff in 2014 or being part of the Massey refuge in Oregon. And they say that there's going to be 68 people that are facing charges. 68. Now, one question that I would raise is, where did they get everybody's name from? You should be wondering that too. How did they get all the names of all the people that were there? Do you think all these people just happened to sign something and say, hey, put me down on the list, on the guest list. I'm one of the people that was here at the refuge. No, that's not quite how it worked out. But that's not why I'm doing today's show, even though a couple of good patriots got picked up here the last couple days. Joker J being one of them. Jason is a good dude, very active, and I'm quite surprised that he got picked up. You know, it's kind of a damn shame that people want to be active and do things for their country, and, you know, they want to be active in their communities and everything, and the way that the government is structured right at this moment, it's kind of hard to do them type of things and be on the right side of the law. And it's really a damn shame. But that, like I said, that's not why I wanted to do the show today. I wanted to do the show today. I'm only going to do a couple minute show. I wanted to do it because I wanted to ask a question to everybody. What about Massey? You guys remember him? Remember the guy that was down on the border and helping out Border Patrol and everything, and, you know, being a damn good patriot and a damn good leader, and, you know, and when I say leader, he wasn't a leader of an organization, but he had leadership skills. He's the same man that won Humanitarian of the Year award for helping people that had HUD and everything and helping them build houses. He's the same man that used to go and spend a bunch of time down on the border and a bunch of money to try to help stop illegal aliens from crossing the border. And all these people right now are crying out, asking for the people, you know, that were part of Bundy Ranch, you know, and part of the refuge. Oh, please help out their legal funds and this and that and whatever, and you know, all these other things. What about Massey? Massey spent forever down on the border, just like Naylor does. A guy that deserves a lot of credit. Tim, very, very active and very, you know, very, very strong when it comes to helping out on the borders and everything. I mean, Naylor is one of the biggest and, you know, and best at what he does. But Massey, by God, spent tons of time down on that border. And in the beginning, not very many people showed up. I mean, Lynn Lee of Patriotic Warriors was nice enough to get a bus and bring people down there. People like Bandana, people like, let's see, who else do I know went there? James Lewis went down, and some other people. But not that many people showed up. People didn't even go to court for Casey Massey. No, I get it. Court was in Brownsville, Texas. I mean, that's quite a hike. It's down on the border. But all these people crying for all these people, help this person and help that person. And all these people are jumping to help all these people. What about Casey Massey? I'll be damned if I'm going to let it go down and Casey's name be forgotten. I will not allow Casey Massey's name to go forgotten. Casey did much for this country, if not more, than some of those people at Bundy Ranch and people at the refuge. It's just a different circumstance. It didn't have the limelight. What Casey did not have the limelight of a Bundy Ranch. It did not have the limelight of the Malheur Wildlife Refuge. Okay? Did not have it. But Casey Massey went and spent a lot of time down at that border. He spent a lot of money down at that border, buying things to secure that border, helping out the Border Patrol. And if you guys remember what happened to him, somehow, he went down there, he did, whatever he was doing and everything, and, he went down there and then, went back to the hotel and, there was an altercation. He had a weapon. They say that he wasn't supposed to have a weapon or whatever. But remember, it was like weeks and weeks had went by before they tried to do anything to him and everything. I mean, the whole situation just did not make any sense to me. Okay? But I'll just be damned if I'm going to let Casey Massey's name go forgotten. It's not going to happen. A great patriot like Casey Massey, who has a lot of people who still respect him. But there's not the outpour and the crying and the support for Casey that he damn well deserves. And that's pretty much why I did this show today, because I want you guys to be refreshed in your mind. How Casey Massey is spending time right now behind bars for the government coming after him over some bogus charge. But he was protecting our borders. He used to do a show here on Rage Against the Regime Radio. So, I just want you all to remember, Casey's got about another 40 months to go. His address is on his Facebook. It's on the Rage Against the Regime podcast page for anybody that may want to write Casey, because I would very much appreciate it if you would. The man doesn't get very many letters. He doesn't have very much money on the books. And he would appreciate a pen pal. And if you could, send him a couple dollars. I'm not asking anybody to send any money. I've never asked anybody for a dime to support this show or to do anything with the show. But I would ask, if you could find it in your heart to send Casey a few dollars, that would be great. If you don't know how to send it to him, if you know his wife, you can send it to his wife, Chrissy. And if you can't get it to her, reach James Lewis, reach out to me, one of us will try to help. But I actually sent Chrissy the money that I sent to him because it was easier going in all together. They have a way that they can do it. But, you know, it would come out with being able to call home or make calls to other places and stuff like that. That man spent a lot of time in solitary confinement. You know, and he has a lot of medical issues right now, and they're not allowing him to see the correct doctors. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could find it in your heart, I would appreciate it. Remember the name, Casey Massey.
You're listening to the Rage Against the Regime podcast. Don't be a stranger. Like Rage Against the Regime podcast on Facebook or tweet us at RATR Podcast.